Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie and I'm obsessed with personal development and tea. And what we're going to talk about today is energy and focus and how that pertains to creating the life that you want for yourself. So, have you ever felt like you've done your whole day and you're like, what have I actually done today? And you have no idea? What I most commonly see with my clients and people that I talk to is their energy is so spread thin that they never make any progress on what they want. Because quite frankly, you don't need more time management strategies. And don't get me wrong, I love a good time management strategy. And if you don't properly manage your energy, it's not going to really matter. So, what we're going to start with first is an energy audit. If you've never done an energy audit, this is absolutely the tool for you. It's seriously so easy. What you have to do is make a list, write down everything that energizes you, everything that's neutral, and then everything that drains you. You'd actually be really surprised at how many things come up of what really does energize you and what really drains you. So if you want a template, there's actually going to be one in the description, but you can easily do it on a piece of paper as well. You'd be surprised. A lot of people try to take action before they even know where their energy is going. So the only way to change where your energy is going is to actually figure out where your energy is going and find what energizes you and what depletes you. Second thing that you can do is actually a values check. And if you really need help and you're like, I have no idea what my values are, Stephanie, definitely check out our last video on clarity to really help you define what those values are. Because if you don't know what your values are, it's very difficult to know what your priorities will be and in turn what your actions will be. So it'll get very fuzzy for you. If you already know what your values are, you can use the values filter in every single action that you take. Is this helping me become the person that I want to be? Is this in line with my values? And you can quite quickly figure out, you know what? Actually, this action is not aligned with my values. Maybe me binge eating all the time is not going to help my healthy habits if that's a value for you. And that can look different for everybody. What you can do is actually create a season of focus. A lot of times we're like, oh my gosh, like I want to improve my relationships. I want to improve my health. I want to improve my career. And it's not that you can't have all of those things, but if you're really struggling to make progress on a specific area of your life, it's so much easier to make progress when you have a season of focus. So last year at this time, I was having some issues with my health. And so I zoned in on that. I'm like, okay, I really need to figure out what this is with my health so that way I can really move forward in the other areas. And of course, you're still going to make movement on the other areas, but it really helps concentrate your focus and your energy. And so your energy doesn't get really spread thin. So think about what is the most important thing for you right now. And if you don't know, definitely something to reflect on. But think about what is the most important thing, one, that I want to achieve, that I want to be, or something that I really want to have happen in my life that would mean the most to me. So maybe it is your relationship, maybe it's your career, maybe it's your personal life, maybe it's your finances. It really depends, so that every time you go to make a decision, you can then be like, you know what? I know which decision I'm going to take because it's so much more clearer and so much in focus rather than trying to simultaneously make all of these decisions and getting very clouded. Okay. Next tool is actually stopping to do things. So of course, adding great habits is so fantastic and I am not opposed to adding good habits. But without removing the habits that are hindering you, it's really probably going to hold you back. And so one of the best ways to really do it is to replace a bad habit with a good habit. If you haven't read Atomic Habits by James Clear, absolutely give that a read if you want a little bit more into habit making. Think about all of those things that are holding you back, right? So what are the things that you're doing that's actually holding you back? So it's not that you need to do anything else. It's that you need to stop doing some certain things. So from a health perspective, if you're constantly, adding new health foods, but still eating junk food, it's going to be very difficult for you to lose weight. So maybe it would be more important to stop eating the junk food to start and then adding the healthy foods in. So what can you remove to be able to move forward? And lastly, one of the biggest things you can do is aligning your calendar with your values. So if you have values that are not getting completed and you're like, you know what? My priority and value is health, but I'm not going to the gym. Okay, well, let's put that on the calendar if that's truly a value for you. One, maybe it's not a value and you need to change the value. Or two, you need to change the system and putting it on the calendar. Actually putting things on the calendar has keeps you responsible to what you're going to do. So if you think about it from like a work perspective, you're always doing the meetings for other people. You're always showing up for other people, but how are you going to show up for yourself? And putting it on the calendar is a way to hold yourself accountable for showing up for yourself as well. How can you add the things onto your calendar, not in a way that makes it overwhelming, but you know what? I would like to work out at this certain time. Okay, I'm going to put on the calendar. It's now an appointment with myself, which makes it easier to get done. So once you have the values, then you're going to have the priorities that you're going to take, and then it's very clear where those are going to look like. Now, if this feels really overwhelming to you right now, it might be possible that you should probably do a calendar audit as well. So you might be putting a lot of your energy somewhere else. If you're not sure where to fit in your priorities, you can also do a time management audit just to see, okay, where's my time and energy going? If I don't have time for my priorities, then it might be getting taken from something else. So you can another way you can kind of like look at things you need to stop is like, okay, maybe I'm doing all of my admin tasks when I want to work out, but I can actually batch those and do them once a week instead of sporadicing my time and my focus. So that is all of our tips today on how to elevate your life through energy and focus. If you're interested in seeing more of our full branch programs to completely transform your life, check out our website. And if you're interested in learning more about values, definitely check out our last video on clarity. And our next video will be on mindset if that interests you as well. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, and like. It helps the channel so much. And until next time, cheers.